Hey, my friend. So, said as if it's not too controversial talking about Christians and politics and voting. Yeah, that's controversial. But I've re-recorded this so many times because I want to make sure that I'm not saying anything out of pocket. Um, One, I think it's important to exercise your right to vote. I think that is important. We all know people have died and been unalived and different things like that to give us this right. So I think it is important that we exercise our right to vote and everything like that. I have never identified as um, Republican or Democrat, and I never will. I don't agree with either. The reason that I dislike politics is because it's like if you're on side A, everything that people say on side B is wrong. Everything. It's like they can't agree on anything. If you're on side B, then everything is blamed on side A. The ads, I have hit stop so many times on these text messages. The whole season is just depressing for me. It's just like, oh my gosh. Um, but it's necessary. We have to vote, and I'm grateful that we're not living in a dictatorship where someone just takes over. But being a Christian, I understand that ultimately I have made the decision to allow my life to be ruled by God. And so no matter who is in office, I understand that God is ultimately sovereign and he is in control. But that doesn't mean that we don't go out there and exercise our right to vote. But it's just difficult because of the lies, the mistruths, the spins. What's funny is I love watching the debates, and I love watching how immediately after the debate, no matter how bad a candidate was, no matter how good, it's always spun. And it's like, can someone just tell the truth? Can someone just be honest? And it's just hard for me to trust when it comes to politics. Not speaking to any specific candidate or anything like that. If you don't know, military people are prohibited from speaking negatively against any elected official. So, I'm not going to speak negatively of any elected official. Y'all ain't about to get me fired. But it's just this whole season is just disheartening. I would love to be motivated to vote. I really would. I would love to look at a person and say, hey, this person may not believe everything that I believe, and our values and everything may not be perfectly aligned, but I can get behind that person. I would love to be motivated to vote, but I'm not. I'm just being honest. I'm not. And this whole season, for many different reasons, and I think we all know why. I don't think it has to be really explained. So the thing I can just say is this is one of those things. I think be prayerful, be led by the Holy Spirit, and make the decision that you feel comfortable with. Um, and that's really all I can say on it. I don't want to say too much, but I did want to take the time to address your comment. I hope that helps. I know it's a difficult season. I'm going to be praying, tonight and everything like that, um, and we'll just see what happens from there. And I'll say this for me, as a service member, I've got 28 years active, 22 years active duty now, 28 years reserve, with including reserve time. For me, who the president is very important because they're not only the president of the United States. More importantly for me, they're also going to be my commander in chief. Whoever is the next president is going to be my commander in chief. This person has to be the person that I feel, they can send me to war. They could send me and my battle buddies, the ones that I love, my soldiers and I, to war. I've been to war twice. And so I want to know that my commander in chief, I want to be able to trust that my commander in chief is going to make the decisions that is going to factor in the cost of my human life. I want to know and feel like I'm not just a number, that I'm not just pieces of a unit, but that you are a compassionate, empathetic, caring person that I feel like will actually consider and value my human life. And that is one of the leading things that factors into who I vote for. And I'm going to leave it at that.